I'm like, wait, what? Oh, I thought I pressed it.
Watching quarterbacks and receivers do the
Man, you
pass
know who
tree
on your
in
roster,
pregame
man.
warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Oh, come on. Come on. Come on, baby.
Incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense
Come on. Let's not have one of them games where we are step behind on everything, man.
Winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And 2nd and 10.
Thank you. Come on. Oh, come on, guys. Come on. We can't keep giving up them.
That's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out
throwing. 2 third down.
They're trying to set anything up.
They feel like
they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
That's 2 third downs, defense.
Field now on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. A carry here for Hunt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now a handoff looking right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings' 20-yard line. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. He'll look to throw.
Oh, what?
Got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown.
We didn't bat that down.
His 6th touchdown
Good
of the
shit.
season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score.
I thought we batted that down. That's crazy.
After, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
It's cool. That's 3. That's 2 big 3rd down conversions. And
from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
but they can stay in that play because they win no huddle.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Oh, everybody clicking off. That's funny. Niggas is the click off kings right now.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Steelers 7, Vikings 0.
To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's returnable now for Smith. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, we can't see the ball.
Johnson with a reception. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They run right side with Hunt. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 42 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Vikings nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he's able to get up here to the 26. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Minnesota.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk.
Good throw, son.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close.
Hey, Ryan, y'all going to the birthday party tomorrow?
They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you.
I mean Sunday. I keep thinking today's Saturday. Yeah, Sunday.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Great, bro. Them niggas, like, my niggas is all discombobulated and shit.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback.
No, but I'm talking about like when I'm looking at my players, nigga, they act like they didn't know who the. That shit was weird.
It's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange.
Oh, wow. Come on, boys.
And still try and cover downfield.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that they don't start to slow him down. It's going to be a long
teaching you nothing else
here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew
good shit, Danielle. Good shit, Danielle.
11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Second down at 5.
D, we need to play, D.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun.
Damn. Yeah, if there's a team, is there a team open in the jungle right now? Or the jungle juice?
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident.
Oh, you know what? You want the bill? Nah, he can't have the bills. Fuck no.
I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Nah, them niggas got Alvin Kamara on their team too. That's really the killer. Nah, nobody. My little.
The Steelers on third down.
my little brother.
3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll look to throw here.
Oh, don't nobody.
Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down by
we can't get off the field, John.
Able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
We can't get off the fucking field.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run on first down.
Way to fill that hole, son.
Gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Not him. Not him. Zig is a bulldozer, even in real life, man. Ain't no trucking him.
A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run with Hunt. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw.
Oh, come on, baby.
And he gets it down to the 32. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down Broadway. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And
Drill had cut it off.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
You know, I believe my nigga Pease. I don't believe these other niggas don't.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Drops this off with Nwangu. And he goes out right around the 39.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
About what?
Back to throw. Flushed out right.
I see you, but I didn't want to do it. You good?
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
No fucking way.
Kicked off around the 27, and he brings this one back. It's
That's game. That's fucking crazy. Nah. This thing is just...
Right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time, and his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it?
Look at this shit, bruh.
He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Look at this shit.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
Oh my God. What is he doing, son?
Picked off at the 48. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
What the fuck?
Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Going up top. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
All day, every day.
So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin.
Look at that. Look at that. That right there set the tone. Look at that. That nigga hand is in there, bruh. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
That's just crazy.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought
I can't believe they didn't give us that.
In this position, trying to get back
Fourth
into the game,
down, nigga, we there. I just seen the replay.
They got to set
Man.
field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Airing it out deep for Smith. It got his man complete. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
Good thought, son.
So
Let's have a better half.
All the way across the 50
No, I'll
now
never
as they
pull my
come
son
up
out the
1st and
game.
10. Now back to throw. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Who you playing, LAC? Just a regular game?
Right now, I think the scoreboard is
Who you playing? Just a regular game?
Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Yeah, boy, this
Oh,
defense
no.
again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making
That's
plays
cool. We
near the
gotta
line
run
of
on.
scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
He ain't that much. He ain't that much of a fast speedster, but he is speedster though. Yeah. Oh my God.
He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
I don't understand why Jefferson can't go get that for me.
The Steelers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On play action, they'll throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He's got a man complete. The 30, 10, 5.
We just getting our ass beat, man. Madden didn't want to send this one after that 4th down play, man. It's a wrap.
96 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24.
Steelers 31, Vikings 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
It's cool. We'll come better next time. We'll come better next time.
The Minnesota
They didn't want us to have this one from the gate, though.
And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw 4. Oh, this is taken in, it's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw here. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, They're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Back to throw again. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Bro, we can't get...
Positioning, and it's picked off. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points, and following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
We can't get a play, bro. No 50-50s. We can't get shit. That shit is wild, bro.
This offense certainly is not, because
that 4th down play set the tone for the rest of the game.
3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
All right.
Azeez Ojulari there on the tackle. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Azeez Ojulari, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Steelers send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And
that bitch over here singing loud.
Through the interception in the red zone, costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they...
And now here's another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now...
That ain't you, son. I'm just throwing shit. That's on me.
I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback.
This game is just so full of shit sometimes.
That's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
At the 19-yard line.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. Big hold of the 30. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
First down, Steelers.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 8 coming up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Escaping the pressure right. This is Smith with a grab. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the Steelers
what the fuck?
Here. He's going to go down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He'll get this to the wrong group. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now this throw caught left side, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They're going to look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone.
Look at this shit, bro. I can't win no fucking one-on-ones.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here.
All right, it's cool.
Their own 4-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But
ball's going through my hands for touchdowns, but this nigga just catching everything on my nigga.
Checking it, but the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Hunt. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So the penalty certainly helps him out as they come up on 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly.
Look at this.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. He'll look to throw. Now
oh, wow. Look how my nigga throwing it now. Look, and that's not PI. Man, fuck this game, man.
Let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll look to throw again. And this one too low.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. 30. 10, 5, and that should just about
tip pick for touchdown. This game just wasn't for us. It's cool. It's cool.
Attempt to follow here.
I'm getting my head beat in.
Now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Vikings 7.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
24-yard line.
On second down, right back to Hunt. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just